and welcome to another episode of the Get At It Gaming podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ben. With me is Alex. Alex, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just dealing with the lives of wow, that's the sentence. Dealing with dealing with technology, the world of technology.
Yes, it is awesome. We are here today. This is one of our special episodes during the holidays. Um, Actually, past the holidays with this one, but this is our predictions for 2022.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? 2022.
Oh, man, it's so close.
Oh, it's right around the corner. But we have our own predictions. We're going to kind of keep track of these and see this time next year who got close, who
Yeah.
doesn't get close. So, um, yeah, let's just kind of go through some of these and we're going to have some conversations, make it very casual. We're recording early, but it's snowing a little bit outside. And
Don't say that. Don't say snow.
I know
I hate it so much.
all we need is a fire and like two chairs with a table in between.
Just go
Be
on
like,
Netflix and look up like the cozy fireplace thing where it just plays like music or it's just a fireplace. Like honestly, that
yeah,
trick tangents. We were like, no, there's no tangents this episode. It's gonna go into a tangent. If you turn on that fireplace thing and just like turn on, like even if you have the heat on or even if it's like normal heat, it tricks some like it messes with your mind. Like
yep.
you think that it's actually hotter or like it is getting hot or like you feel warm and crazy how the mind works.
I will tell you, we got a new fireplace this year installed, and that thing gets hot really, really quick,
Huh.
like super quick and efficient. Um, I almost don't like to run it because you like, oh, I really want a fire because it's chilly, and then you run it, and then it's like 80 degrees in the house.
Yeah.
It's like a sauna. But we're not talking about fireplaces today. We are talking about our predictions for 2022. We decided to keep them game related, even though we do everything else. But I know Alex is going to hate this, but I'm going to let Alex go first with his first prediction.
I hate this.
I know you do. I know you hate going first.
Yeah, I'm also trying to get up man, I guess I'll just open up a notepad. Talking about this earlier before the show, like how I write notes. You actually write like physically and I write either on my phone or on like a notepad, like the program notepad. So yeah, actually my power just surged. That was weird. Okay. Um anyway, scary. All right. So I'm going to go with this first one here. Um it's honestly kind of safe. Um Sony PS5s will still be impossible to find.
Oh, that's a cheap one because that is
But
so
it's
true.
true. Yep.
Oh, it is. Speaking of that, my son asked one for Christmas. Alex and I were talking about it. When I told Alex about that, he laughed at me, and said, "Good luck." So,
Yeah.
uh, I read a story just today that they're going to be even harder to find next year.
Yeah, cuz they're only making so many.
I mean, that sucks. I mean, I got one because I did a bundle.
Mhm.
That's the only reason I even got one. But people are getting them. You know, uh, that's a good one though. That is really good. When have, you've been through several consoles, when have you ever seen a console that's been like this hard to get for this long?
This long, I can't think of anything, but the console I can think of that was really hard to get was the original Nintendo Wii. That took a while to find for some people.
Yeah, I remember. I got one for Christmas, and as my wife was walking out with it, 8 people offered her like five to $1,000 for it,
Mhm.
which is crazy. Um, that's a really, really good one. Um, I'm gonna pick one here that is totally left field.
Mhm.
I had to have one that was like left field, but we know there's a brand new Uncharted movie coming 2022.
Okay.
I think they're at least going to announce or show a trailer for the new Uncharted video game on PS5, running on PS5. Maybe it's a cinematic trailer, but they're going to show something in junction with that movie.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, if you did play 4, there's definitely an ending that could say that there's more to Nathan Drake.
I'd be really excited to play a sequel or spin-off. Another spin-off even. Like, I really did like Lost Legacy. I don't know if you ever played that, but like, it's a short, condensed game, and it's definitely worth the price. Like, it's like $20 or even $10 sometimes. Like, yeah, if you never played Lost Legacy and you played all the other Uncharted, definitely give that one a look, because it's a fun experience.
You know what I liked about it? It was like telling the story of 2 characters we knew really well, and like how they knew each other.
Yeah.
You know, in 4, they, you know, they talked about how they knew each other. So it's weird because we didn't know any backstory, but with this game, it kind of gives a backstory to it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was like a female Uncharted game. To be honest, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, like it felt like Uncharted. Like, there was nothing really different about it except the main leads were different. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It reminded me a lot of, or other way around. I forget how far you got into The Last of Us Part 2, but there was a certain point where you have an open world like segment where you can just go into like certain buildings and things, and it really felt like that Uncharted game. And so like, yeah, like seeing a new Uncharted game, like hopefully it's open world semi to that, like I would love that. Anything Uncharted I would love, honestly. Like, Uncharted's such a good series. Voice acting, everything. Gameplay and some of them are okay, but like like it definitely gets better. Or they introduce weird mechanics. Like,
one was difficult because it is not the best gameplay, but then you get to 4, and 4 is like spot on.
It's just weird though how 4 he's just like, oh, I have this grappling hook now. I've always had this, but I never used it until now.
I think the best one in 4 was the Superman punch.
Yeah,
like and it's not even humanly possible for you to jump that far and not break bones, but it is a video game.
It is.
But that I think they'll do some sort of something in that time frame of the movie. I mean, it feels like it's about time, because when did 4 come out? It's been a while.
2014, maybe 2015.
Yeah,
because wait, no, it can't be 2013. I think is when the consoles came out. So it'd probably be 2015, 2016.
I'm fact checking. 2016.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Yeah.
They could definitely be working on that. I think it's about time.
It is, and
it's on a new system.
Yeah.
So, what's another one you got there, Alex?
So we kind of made some rules here. I don't know if you ever found one or not, but like the rules were basically you need at least one from each like big company. So you need one from Sony, you need one from Microsoft, need one from Nintendo. This one is kind of a cheat, I would say. And it's kind of me guessing, but I wrote Microsoft will announce a new Banjo-Kazooie game after the rise of popularity from the Nintendo Switch Online N64 catalog.
That's a good one though. Like that legitimately is good.
Yeah.
I have never really played those games until you start talking about it, and then I started playing it on my Xbox One. I think that's the most gaming that system's had in my house, to be honest.
I love Banjo-Tooie is a fine game too, but honestly, Banjo-Kazooie, I love how small and condensed each world is. Like, you don't have to worry about backtracking or anything. You just go into a world and you just do it, and then you go to the next world and just do it. It's awesome.
And they don't make games like that anymore. Now there's like, there's like Metrovania style, and a platform is not the same as what that was there. That's a really good one, and I would not be surprised. It'd be really cool to see Banjo-Kazooie on a new system with the same kind of gameplay. You know what I mean? I think that'd be great. And I hope it comes true.
I hope so too. Like, I would love that. Like, even if it doesn't come out, like, I'm also curious as well. Like, the way that Microsoft has been, I didn't write this in here, but like the way that Microsoft has been lately with some of its IP, even like Cuphead and like Ori and the Blind Forest and stuff like that has come to Switch. So it's a possibility that we could see a Banjo-Kazooie, a new Banjo-Kazooie game come to Switch or next Switch or whatever.
Well, even what was it?
Or Game Pass, I guess.
Even Cuphead came to
PS4.
PlayStation. Yeah. So, and Microsoft's smart. I mean, yes, are they in competition with them? Yeah, but it makes sense that if they do a Banjo-Kazooie game, release it on all the systems.
Especially because like Banjo-Kazooie again, like has been shown off a ton because of things like Smash Bros. Like Banjo-Kazooie is in Smash.
Absolutely. So that's a really, really good one. My next one is kind of a cheat as well.
All right.
So I think that Microsoft will show off Fable in like playable mode, and it comes out this next year, so 2022. Okay. Even though I thought last time I had heard they were thinking maybe 2023, I think maybe.
Yeah.
I think it'll come out this year. I think they understand that they got to get some of these big titles out. And Fable it's one of theirs, and it's a big title, and people are wanting it. So I think it will come out in 2022.
Okay, so that's a twofer. Okay. So yeah, if stuff does happen, because I wrote, you said, yeah, Microsoft will show off new Fable and will release in 2022. Okay. So for example, I'm gonna write, say that we look at this next year, and look at points. I would give you a half point if they if they show off Fable, and if it doesn't release in 2022, then that's another half of the point. So
yeah, and I feel it's all possible because they've been showing that off forever.
Yeah, man, remember the weird Fable game that never came out for Kinect or whatever?
Oh yes,
like the weird fighter, like not fighter, but it was like a tactics thing.
It was so weird because Fable 1, I remember Fable 1, and it was a classic in my mind of how good it was. And it was like, it had all those RPG elements, but yet it was a good game. And then as they went on with other ones, they tried doing different things and switching it up. And it didn't succeed. And then I remember seeing that one, and I'm like, I don't want to play that. I don't want to use my Kinect.
I have only played the first Fable, and that's it. I've never played any of the others.
I played 2 for a little bit, and I just was like, I don't like this at all. And so I stopped playing it. And I probably got an hour through tutorials. But yeah, I if they come up with one that's like the first one, I think it's like more money in Microsoft's like vault of money.
Yeah.
Like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. All right. I skipped over an obvious one, so oh wait, no, I have to do it eventually. No, 2 of these count. Full disclosure to the audience, I have 6 here, So depending on if we say the same thing, we may or may not do things. But I'm gonna go with this one because I feel like this is something that I have been saying forever, and this might be something that you might try to steal from me. So let me write it really quick.
This is the one I'm worried about because I think we both have the same one. I could be wrong.
So it's a meme for you to reference this game, all the time, every episode. So I have to reference it now.
Oh my gosh!
Cyberpunk 2027 next gen upgrade will still not release in 2022.
Oh, that's pretty feasible.
Yeah. Because remember how they're like, it's coming out, guys. And then it got delayed again. I don't know when it's coming out. I doubt it's coming out at all. At this point, they're probably just going to drop it and do a new game.
I mean, they have to because they promised all this DLC. They've here's what I still get mad about is they oversold it, and then what we got was crap. And now here we are. The game's been out for almost a full year, right? Came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been out for almost a year, and we have nothing. You have to use your PlayStation 5. You can play it on PlayStation 5, but it's the PlayStation 4 version or PC.
Even then, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a luck of the draw. Doesn't matter if your system's good or not.
And it's not just this. I've heard on Xbox, I've heard on PC. It's still not fixed. And even last time, they did like 1,000. They had like 1,000 things they fixed on one of their updates.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Like
We're just gonna be the same way.
Like remember Avengers? Like they actually fixed that game. I had no doubt in my mind that Crystal Dynamics was going to not fix that. Like I knew that was gonna happen. Like they're competent enough, and like the game's scale is much smaller. But like I've never really played a game from CD Projekt Red, and now it makes me not want to, because like this is the way that they treat their IP and things. Like that's pretty shady.
Well, here's what's weird is I think after Cyberpunk, companies were scared. Like if they came out like when that Marvel game came out, they're like, crap, we got to get our stuff together like right away. And they did, and they gave tons of free stuff, including all the DLC they've given out so far has been free.
Even Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Black Panther, Hawkeye. You know, all this stuff's been free.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the company for Cyberpunk. Where is their stuff? They promised DLC. I don't think it's come out.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like gamers are a pretty easy group to get along with, and I think they will forgive. But here's my problem is they've not done anything. Even, what was that one game? Do you remember the other one where the guy like overpromised it? It's really popular now.
No Man's Sky.
Yes. Even they came back and fixed everything.
And like that was a small game as well, like compared to CD Projekt Red, which is a much bigger studio than like 10 people.
Yeah. So I think like if we're looking at this, you're hitting like everything on the head.
Yeah.
So we should make this rule now. Is if Cyberpunk comes out and it's PS5 upgradable, you have to play it.
Oh, like, are you gonna buy it for me?
No, didn't you buy it? I think
no, I never did. I never did.
Well, it's definitely gone cheaper. It will be in the $5 bin before you know it.
That's true. It'll probably be a free upgrade.
It's probably gonna be PlayStation Plus in February.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Huh. Yeah.
God, please.
Well,
no.
we weren't even talking about this. Like, we don't even know like what's gonna happen. Like, well, with this list, like we're doing predictions. What what do we win? What do I win? What do you win?
I like how you said you win first.
Yeah.
I think we can do a pizza.
Ooh, yeah. I know just the place too, but I'm not gonna say it on here because that gives away my location. Um, but yeah, okay. We can do pizza.
I think it's a fair thing.
Do a pizza. Do a
Yeah.
pizza party. Hang out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did say with the last when you guys that had the last hangout, I wasn't able to go. But the next time that you guys all want to do something, I will offer my place.
All right. I will.
So,
I will let them know.
um,
Yeah. So your turn now.
okay. Because I'm afraid you're going to take this one, I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
And this one's cheap. I know it's cheap. And I'm going to take my cheap one that the Nintendo Switch Online will add Game Boy.
See, I didn't even have that one.
I think it's cheap because we already know they have plans to do it. But because of what happened with their launch of the expansion plus, they're going to release it. And I think it's not going to be till next year. As we're recording this, it's 2021. But I feel that this will happen in 2022. It will not happen this year.
Okay, I'm gonna write 2022. Okay.
And
Okay.
I kind of got this because we talked about this once before.
Yeah, like where you could see certain stuff and like the leaks and all those other things. Yeah.
I think they're going to wait and see how the numbers are for the holidays, and they're not going to be where they want. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to try and increase that. Oh, by the way, we're going to give you Game Boy now. It's part of Plus, and they're going to release like 10 or 15 Game Boy games, which they can easily do. And I think most of them are straight Nintendo games. Like they own the property.
Do something like Tetris, even like I know they don't own that, but like do Tetris, like the Game Boy Tetris. If you don't do that, you're crazy. You're out of your mind.
Oh my god, I can't tell you how many hours I played that. The reason I have to wear reading glasses is because of Game Boy Tetris. I mean, you had a Game Boy; they were awful.
Got to turn up and down the contrast.
Yep.
I had one of those big like magnifying glass things that had a light on it.
I remember when I got a Game Gear, I'm like, holy crap, I don't even know what happened. You know?
I love my Game Gear too. I have 2 Game Gears somewhere. One of them works, and it's weird. So again, tangent. One of them works and one of them doesn't, and they seem to just switch. Like sometimes it's like, oh, the black one's working. Nope, now it's dead. Now the blue one's working. It's just back and forth, and I don't know. I need to open up whichever one's dead and actually take a look and try to fix it, because that'd be really fun.
I actually at one point wanted to get Game Gear stuff, but I was like, I got to do this first. I got to get more of that.
I want to do Sega Master System because I have a Master System with like 30 games. And I have some of those rare games, you know, like Alex Kidd and Miracle World and Shinobi World and stuff like that I just got for free. I got my whole Master System collection for free. So like, yeah, it'd be really cool to do that. But
I always thought they should have done a Master System, but like a mini, like they did with the Sega Genesis. I know it would be hard to do it.
What they should do actually is put Master System on Nintendo Switch Online, but that's not one of my choices.
I will tell you right now, if they put Master System on there, because I missed Master System because I had an NES, but now that I've seen the games they've had, man, did I miss out.
Well, honestly,
so many good games.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog for Master System / Game Gear is a different game, but it's really fun. It's really challenging too because it's an 8-bit system. Like it's not 16-bit blast processing and all this other stuff. Like it's a lot it's a lot smaller, and like also like even the licensed games, like there were certain things like Aladdin, Disney's Aladdin I played a lot on my Game Gear, and it's basically just Prince of Persia, but we didn't get the Master System version over here because the Genesis was still selling at this point. So we only just got the Game Gear. Like there's a lot of that kind of stuff where like there was a Game Gear and a Master System version like in Europe and stuff, but then we just got just the Game Gear version. So like if I was going to collect Master System, I would like to try to get the PAL versions as well, because like they work on my system. They should. There's no weird region locking. So yeah, I would love them to add more things besides Game Boy, especially like yeah, if because they did Genesis,
Yeah.
so like do Game Boy and Game Gear. Just do it, you cowards. Do it, Nintendo.
Oh my gosh. I mean, at that point, yeah, even if they added the Game Boy, to me, it'd be a value because
Yeah,
I'm not an N64 person, but I am a Genesis person. But there's not enough Genesis in there for me to be like, oh, I want this. Throwing Game Boy in there would push me to the
there's
edge.
so much
Spend an
value
extra
in that
40.
thing already, especially like I'm currently playing Animal Crossing, like the DLC. I picked that up recently, and oh boy, that DLC is so much fun. I like it better than the real game.
Yeah, my wife was asking about it because she booted up her game and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's nothing. You have to pay for it. You don't want it." I don't want to tell
She
her that.
get it, get it. It's
I
like $25 or something if
Well,
she
and
just
I
wants
told
it.
her, I said, if I wanted to just upgrade for $40, you would get that for free. And
Yeah,
she's like, "Why?" She goes, "Well, let me look at it, because she'll play here. She'll play more when it's in the winter, but
it's really
yeah,
fun. It's because you're just designing houses for people. They'll just be like, "Hey, I really want a movie theater experience." So like that was the one I did recently. And so I had to use like a projector screen. I had to use popcorn or something, and that was it. Like those were the two things I had to use. Everything else was just dressing. So I just got to make my own like little cool movie theater thing with like nice movie theater chairs, and the wallpaper were curtains. Like, and I even had a projector like in the center. Like you can just like it's just that Happy Home Designer game that was on 3DS, but they just made it DLC instead. So again, everyone, I highly recommend that DLC if you have Animal Crossing. Like it's like $25 if you just pay for just the DLC. But like otherwise, yeah, like the Nintendo Switch Online, if you plan on playing N64 and stuff as well, it's not a bad deal just to try it, especially if you are gonna fall off the game eventually. Like it'd
yeah,
probably be worth it more to just do the online, and then if you do not like it, then fall off of it. But anyway, I need to choose something now because it's my turn. um I didn't do Nintendo one yet, did I? I don't like that Nintendo one that I had here because I don't think it's gonna become true, so I'm not gonna say it. um what I'm gonna say here, which is kind of Nintendo, although I don't know, my Microsoft one kind of counts as Nintendo. um I'm gonna say um so it's the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary right now, or it is next year. I forget which. Um, but wait, 2020 next year would be because 2002 is when Kingdom Hearts came out, I believe. Um, so I wrote after the backlash of the cloud versions, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 HD collection will release on Switch as a normal version. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's all the other things. It's just the 1.5, 2.5, like that, like the two that were on like PS3. Because I think they could do it. I think they could do it at some point, especially because like people have interviewed them and talked to them about it, and they're just like, at this time, these are the ways that we're doing it. It's just the cloud version
right,
only.
right.
Um, and like honestly, unless we get like a new Switch or something, like it makes sense that like 3 and even the 2.8, because it has that other thing in it, like um yeah, it makes sense that those would be cloud. But
Right.
yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see 1.5, 2.5, because I mean, you all see how I play. I would hope you see. Go to twitch.tv/cheatar02. And you see me playing like Kingdom Hearts and stuff, like Kingdom Hearts 1 through like the PC version at least of 1.5, 2.5. Um then like yeah, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 like on my PS5 lately, like as well. So like yeah, it'd be an amazing deal if they could just get that to work on a Switch, because that's what everyone wants. That prints money. If they can get it to work,
Yeah,
that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good one as well because it's. I think if they did a physical version, I think it would sell like crazy. And I know people are like, "Oh no, physical's dead," but um, I think people want that physical one, and they definitely don't want to do cloud. Um, I think that's the Nintendo Switch's like part that it's hard when they like, "Oh, we got this game coming, but it's cloud based." I think that's just
So here's
throws
the
people
thing.
off.
I want to specify this though. I did not say physical because these games are bigger than how big those cartridges are. So I don't know if
Right.
it'd be two separate cartridges. I don't know if it would be like LA Noir, where you just have a cartridge and then it's like download the rest. It could just,
That's what I would see.
or it could just be honestly, depending on how it is, it could just be, hey, this is Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo like eShop only, which could be as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's another good one. I can't wait to go back and look at some of these and be like, man, we were either like really on it or we were really off, like
Yeah.
way off. Uh, I'm going to talk about this one, and this is my next one, and I feel like this one is actually it's probably gonna happen. So, PlayStation Plus will have new pricing,
Uh,
but add more features. And I think because they've acquired so much other stuff, I think it's bound to happen. Now that Nintendo has already done their 80 price point, that 60 price point doesn't seem like it's a normal price point anymore. So I feel like Sony is going to do it to try and compete better with Game Pass. This is not my prediction at all, like my thought now on something. I think PlayStation Now is going to be part of PlayStation Plus, but that's not part of it.
I was thinking that eventually too. We've talked about that before. I know for sure. Like probably a year ago as well.
Yeah.
But so I want to make sure, just to make sure,
Yeah.
like I want to help you. Um, so you said it will have new pricing. So, do you mean as an alternate plan, or like how Nintendo Switch Plus expansion pass, or do you mean like it's being completely reworked and it's going to be a higher price, but it has other things?
I think it's going to be reworked with a higher price.
Okay.
And my guess would be 70. I think that's going to be their peak is 70 per year. Anything above 70 is hard for people to just to drop. Um, and I think the only big thing they'll do is add PlayStation Now. They'll keep everything else that they do, the games per month, to be able to play online and discounts in the store.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for that extra $10, they're gonna add PlayStation Now. And it's if you go on PlayStation Now, if you log in and you kind of look, their titles they have a lot of titles, like a lot from PlayStation 2 and 3 and 4. So it only makes sense for them to do that.
Yeah.
And I would pay the extra money.
All right. So I'm writing this down for you. I'm also gonna I'm gonna give you extra as well, maybe. So I wrote PlayStation Plus will have a new higher price, but will add new features.
That's right.
I also wrote an alternate thing, like a is that tilde, like the wiggly, like approximately, like how I described it as wiggly, approximately $70.
I'll take that. Yep,
Okay.
that's good.
Like that will be an extra thing. I'll remember that. So like that will be like an actual extra point, I guess, on the cake.
Now, question, Alex, if they do that and they're like, "Hey, $10 more and you get PlayStation Now," will you
100%
do
yes.
that?
100%. Like I use actually
as he's thinking.
Yeah, audio listeners, I'm thinking. Um,
Deep thought.
deep in thought, the thinker. Um, so here's the thing: if it's being reworked completely, and they're like, "Hey, this is your new price," yes. If they are offering it as a separate thing potentially, and just like adding on to it, depends on what's on there. Depends on if there's older games on there, kind of like how Nintendo Switch is doing. um Depends on a whole lot of that stuff. But yeah, if it is a newer, higher price, and like that is the base thing now, it's $70. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I want my current features that I already have, and if I get something extra, cool, I guess.
Right.
And like that's not too much of a price hike to where I'd be completely upset. But yeah, if it is some sort of like add-on deal um, where it's like Game Pass versus like Game Pass Ultimate, then like yeah, I would add. I might not add it on there.
Yeah, and I like I said, I think they'll just come out and say the price. They won't give you the option of, oh, you can keep this plan or this plan. Uh, Sony in the past has just come out and said, look, this is our price.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Alex, what's your last pick for 2022? And it's got to be a good one. Got to be a good one.
Sony PlayStation VR 2 will release in holiday 2022.
Damn, I didn't even think about their new VR. That's a good one. And if they could do it with all the wires everywhere,
yeah.
I mean,
from what I remember, it's just one wire.
That's what needed to happen.
Yep.
Before you've got that box to hook up, and then you got to do all this other stuff. Like
I lost the camera. I lost the camera stand, so I can't even use it. It's useless to me now, and I can't find the camera stand online.
We've got one, and I don't think it's been plugged in for months, like months, because it is like you got to hook all this stuff up, and then you got to hook this thing in, and then you got to make sure in the front you have an extra USB port because there's a thing that goes in the front.
Yep.
And then once you get it and you get the things together, there's all those wires there as well.
So, but when it works, it's really cool. It's a pain to put together, and I don't like it staying connected all the time, because then every time you try to open up something like YouTube, it will be like, you're opening up in regular mode, not VR mode, right? And you're like, no, I'm not opening up in VR mode. The VR isn't even turned on. Stop. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would always make, when my son would play his, I'd make him take everything out and put it back away when he was done.
Like, I have I have just a bunch of wires everywhere, like on top of like the corner, like fireplace. But fireplace that we've never turned on, and yeah, I complain that it's cold. But I have like the little like stand, like the head thing where like you can just like hang the actual VR on it, and it has two places for like the Move controllers, and it just can charge there. Yeah, that's why I use to store it. But like, yeah, I haven't touched it in a hot minute, and last time I did, again, I couldn't find the camera holder, so I'm kind of screwed unless I just buy a new camera somewhere. Like I can't do it. I don't know where it's at.
Well, this one is my other long shot. This last one.
Okay.
GTA will be announced at E3, and it comes out winter of 2022. I'm sorry, GTA 6. I said 3 because I was playing it earlier.
Oh, you just said GTA. You didn't say 3.
Oh, sorry.
So
GTA 6.
Okay. Just making sure.
No, you're fine.
So, because I was about to say, like, that's the safest bet ever. Just say GTA. GTA will be announced and it'll come out.
I've heard that this definitive collection that's come out has already sold quite a bit. It's been selling really good.
Even if it doesn't play well.
Yeah, and that means they might do other games, like they may do Red Dead Redemption and whatnot.
Revolver.
But yeah, I think they're going to do 6. I think people are tired of GTA 5 on new systems. It's been on 3 systems now.
But it's a really good game. You know, I'm actually thinking about buying it. I've only had it on PS3, so
I have it on PC, so if I ever want to hook my controller up, because keyboard it's awful on keyboard. I'm sorry.
I've seen.
Yeah, you have to use a controller.
I mean,
But like,
I played Simpsons Hit and Run on PC. Like, it's the same thing. So like, I
yeah,
understand how to play a GTA game on PC. It's not fun at all.
but they know they have to do it because Red Dead Redemption 2 did not sell as well as what they thought.
Yeah,
It wasn't their giant blockbuster hit, and yes, GTA 5 is a huge hit because it came out on the PlayStation 3. They ported it to PS4, and now they're porting it to PS5. So I will tell you, Alex, I will not buy it for another time. You know, I own it on my PC, and the only thing I like to do anyway is to do the online stuff
Mhm.
and to like buy a nightclub and do all those missions, and then maybe do a heist every now and then.
All right. So just because you said that, you know, I'm having an extra one over here. Ben will buy GTA 5 on PS5. That's my prediction for my number 6.
Dude, that if I do that, that's like a whole point because you
Yeah.
just totally called it. Oh, well, I gotta have willpower not to do it.
You know you're going
I
to. You keep saying I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You're totally going to at some
I own it
point.
on PC.
Yeah? But PS5.
I mean, I don't even know how many times I've bought Final Fantasy X and 10-2.
And every time it's
I
bad because Final Fantasy X's a horrible game.
I love it. I love it, and I almost bought it for. I have it on Switch. I have it on my PC. I did have it for PS4. I got rid of it because I never booted it up.
I had it on PS4 and I did not like it. It did not age well for me personally. There are
It
a lot of
doesn't.
parts in there, like in the beginning, where like you're swimming and like being attacked while you're underwater. I'm like, man, if this was just like a quick time event, I'd be more interested in this. But because it's just a weird cutscene, I'm just waiting. This isn't fun.
And you could never fast forward.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I got to the point where I was close to the end fighting Seymour for like the 3rd time, where he's on Mount Gaza.
Hmm.
And if you are not ready to go for that battle, it sucks. It's awful, and you will die very quickly.
Yeah.
And I had to do a lot of grinding, and so I had to keep having to go back down the mountain. And I'm like, this is just not fun anymore.
Yeah.
And so I stopped. And I've been playing it on PC every now and then. It's okay. But yeah. Hey, now you did have a honorable mention, right? Or no?
I did, but I didn't put it. But instead, I just did I put a 6 on here. I put Ben will buy GTA 5 on PS5. My honorable
Um,
mention, I realized that it's not going to come true, so I didn't say it. I'll see what you
well,
say first, and then I'll say it.
I guarantee this is what you had, that they announced a new Kingdom Hearts game.
No, I did not.
Announce it.
I did not have that. It's a it's 20. It's the 20th anniversary. Of course, they're going to announce something. They're going to announce probably 3 games. That's what they normally do, or projects or whatever. So yeah, I mean, if you want to add that there, we can write that.
No, we don't need to add it.
Okay.
That was like my long shot one in
Okay.
case you took one of my others.
Okay. Yeah.
But
No, I didn't have that. I had I had the cloud version versus regular version because I was like, this seems more
gotcha.
probable. But no, the thing that I originally was gonna say, and now I don't think it's true after reports and things. There will be an announcement for the next Nintendo console, and I don't think that's gonna happen next year. So
No, no, the OLED.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm anxious to see it, and you know, on a side note, um, so this is our last episode that we're doing early. The next episode after this one, yeah, this is the last one, isn't it? No, we have one more.
No, we have the game of the year. It's the next one.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, when we get back to doing episodes, we'll fill you guys in what that year will look like. not only is it going to be a good year for games and movies and things of that nature, I think it's going to be a good year for Get Out of Gaming. We got a lot of stuff in store.
We do.
Alex and I have worked very hard uh, to kind of change things up, and I think you're gonna like what we have in store for 2022.
I think you will too. I really hope you do. Please like it. Please,
Yeah,
please like it.
and we're recording these because Alex and I needed a break.
Then I
done
really don't want to bring my computer with me on my
right.
trip.
We were talking the other day. I don't think me and you, unless it was technical, this year have missed a single episode, and even then, I think we only missed 2 episodes for technical reasons this whole entire year.
I think so. Yeah, because there was the one episode where I wasn't there, and that was even when Spencer was here. So you guys lost the episode. And then because I was just sick. Yeah, we haven't missed an episode at all. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and we've even done some streaming and stuff too. So like, yeah, we're on it, and yeah, I need a break because I like this. I like you guys and everything, but even just doing extra stuff. We both have jobs. I don't have a family, but Ben does clearly. So, yeah, like we've been doing all these extra episodes on top of the regular things, and that's just throwing a lot of extra work. But it's worth it in the end because right now, I'm probably playing Yakuza 6 at my rate right now. I'm on Yakuza 4, so we'll see.
Plus, these episodes we did for you guys, they're not our normal episodes, but I like them. I think we picked some like current and new things, and yeah. And then, like I said, first of the year when we go back, we start doing regular episodes. We will have a whole episode that explains what we'll be doing, and I think you guys will like it a lot. I don't want to say anything now. I want to save it for that episode. A couple things that Alex and I have worked out. I'm very excited about. Um,
Yeah.
and
Well, let's see here. I'm even looking at the schedule right now. From the way that we have it, I guess. Um, our last pre-recorded episode comes out January 5th. At least on podcast services, and then the Friday of for YouTube. But yeah, after that, then yeah, definitely you'll hear from us. You'll see news. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like a Twitch stream. Who knows? Like to announce things. It'll be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us, talking about these predictions. And I'm ready to win. Like, I feel like I have a good stacked deck over here. I don't know about Ben, but I think I'm definitely gonna win with this. Ben will buy a GTA 5 on PS5.
That's just a free point for you.
It really is.
And when I win, Alex will be ordering my pizza frozen from New York. So,
oh, didn't realize that was a thing.
I won't do that to you because it's like $60. But yeah, I guess the only thing left to say is get at it.
Get at it.